So we're working with variables here, and we've gone ahead and said here we don't need these variables. These are single variables. We've grouped all those variables into one variable called varMaster, and now, and we've called them and it works fine, but we need to now update those variables. So how do we do that? We're going to get into those details in this video, so stay tuned. All right, so hopefully you viewed the other videos that have gone before, but essentially what we've done, instead of creating multiple initialized variables here, we're just going to create a master here, put in an object, and use some JSON and put that in here. These are all string values. Very simple, very, very easy to do. Then, of course, we can call that, and when we call that, we look at the variables themselves. Notice here we're calling from that right here, this variable, varMaster, and we're calling test first name, which is this right here, Jeff. All right? And the same thing we do there, just test name, which is Lush. Okay? Now we want to change the variable. So we're going to use another compose here, but we're going to use the set property. And here with set property, what we're going to do is we're going to make that change. So set property, and we're going to use the same that we used right here when we did the compose with the variables. We're going to hit variables. We're going to call what that master variable master is, and then we're going to take and we're going to change this first name to Sam. Okay? And that's what we did here. So here we called it, here now we're updating it. All right? And then here we're just going to view the varMaster, and we're going to view what those outputs look like, because we're taking the output from this activity here and seeing what it looks like here. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like when we test it. When we run the test here, it's really pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and go down, and we can see this. Here, again, we've initialized those variables, and you can see those initialized there. When we call on them, here you can see the output. Remember, we put the different code in there to see this output. Works great. And now we've changed that. Now notice here, we're still calling those variables, but now notice here that the first name is there because we changed it to Sam inside of there. And then we can set that variable again. The output here is that first name is now Sam and not Jeff. So that's pretty much the thick and the thin of it, of how to change these variables on the fly. Works great, pretty straightforward.